Alright, let's get on with it. We'll start with the controller here. So when you first pick this thing up and have it in your hands, you'll notice it's got some weight to it. And it definitely doesn't feel cheap. A good part of that weight is going to be the battery inside. It's a 1200 milliamp hour battery, lithium polymer battery, and with that you'll get 230 hours standby, 9 hours mesh talk, 17 hours Bluetooth talk, 29 hours of music is what's rated. Now those are some good numbers. I would imagine that's on the lower settings, but I've run this thing all day, the next day, and I tell you, this thing just keeps going. And for comparison, I could tell you Cardo is running that size battery. I think they're actually using that type battery as well too in their Pack Talk premium models. So definitely a nice large battery that's gonna perform, that's for sure. So it's rated for IP67 waterproof. That's 3 feet or 1 meter underwater for 30 minutes. It's a USB-C charging port right there and the data port. From a dead battery to a full charge, it's under 3 hours. I also seen a pretty neat video. They had, Ejeas actually did it. They had a video where they had this set up on a time-lapse clock, and for hours they had water out of a faucet running down into that port, right into that terminal, and I saw that. Definitely reassuring. Don't think you got to worry about any dust or water getting into this unit here. So you got a total of 4 switches. Minus, that's the plus, center button, and then the button in the front. The switches feel good. You can actually hear that clicking. Feels like a nice heavy duty switch in there. And you also get feedback from it. So if you're wearing, I'd say, light to medium gloves, you'll actually feel that switch clicking in there, which is a nice thing. So it appears to have like a vinyl coating on there, kind of that rubbery type feel. I think maybe not vinyl, it could be silicone, that I'm not certain of, but it has that nice feel to it. There's built-in FM tuner. The tuner itself is very strong. I've tested it on stations that are weak in locations around me, and this thing actually pulled in better than some portable units I have. So the tuner, definitely good. You have a antenna that pops open that way. It's a nice stout antenna. That'll help increase your range. All in all, I gotta say, I like the aesthetics of this unit, and it seems to be made very well. So let's get on to the microphone. Okay, so you get both mics you see here. You get the boom mic and the soft wired mic. The sound quality that they're putting out is spot on. I've had several calls when I first picked this up, called people up, and they told me it sounded just as good as my phone did normally. They didn't even know what I was talking on. I had to tell them. So the sound quality, excellent. No complaints there at all. The microphones have 5 levels of sensitivity that you could adjust. Comes out of the box set at level 3, and that's the default level. Speakers are interesting. They come out of the box with these muffs on them. The muffs are nice, comfortable. The concept behind these are to block out unwanted noises. It's a great idea. One issue though that I found, easily fixable though, and that is, you can see how thick they are. So if you don't have a roomy helmet or wells, pockets that these will fit down in, these pressed up against your ear for a prolonged period of time gets a little uncomfortable. If you have a snug fitting helmet, which it should be, you could run them just like this, like most companies are running theirs. Ejeas made it very simple to do this. All you do is just peel this off, slide it over the wire, and you'll be left with just the speaker, and you'll have the Velcro on the back. The speakers got some weight to them. They feel good, and the sound that come out of these, the bass, very powerful. The mids and the highs, crystal clear, good separation between the frequencies. No complaints about this. These are actually, this system here is actually, to this day, the best sounding system that I've tried. It just, the power, the volume, you don't even have to run this thing all the way up. It's got a lot of power. We'll leave it at, if you got sensitive ears, you won't be able to run this all the way up. It's that strong. And it's a good power. Ejeas is calling these high fidelity speakers, no doubt about it. Good sounding for sure. Okay, cables that come with it. So you get the charge cable. It's a nice heavy gauge cable, as you can see. All the plugs on it, gotta say, are built very nice. They're not cheap. The main harness, you have a offset USB-C. These feel like silicone insulated cables. Very nice. And I really like the connectors they're using. They're small, low profile, which is a good thing. You know, you put this under your phone and your helmet, you definitely don't want some big bulky connector on in there. You do feel that. That's for sure. Okay, so you get all the Velcro, you get all the tape, you get two of these mounts. This is the slip-on one, and then I got this two-face tape that's stuck on a helmet. I'll show you here shortly. All right, let's go over some of the electronics. So it's running a Bluetooth 5.1 technology. Now that isn't the latest technology, but it's definitely a good technology. It's capable to connect up to 2 devices. It's compatible with both Apple and Android. You could do voice prompts, no problem. You get your Hey Siri, Google. That was tested. I had no problems with that. Mesh. Let's go to the mesh right now. Mesh 3.0 is what they're called. 6-rider, unlimited listeners. It has 5 channels, so if you have any atmospheric conditions, or you're in an environment where the channel you're talking on isn't sounding so hot, you could actually move it around. Total 5 channels. That's a good thing. Ejeas is saying this is compatible with most other devices, so you can tie in with other brands. That was tested, no problems there. Let's see, let's take a look at the manual real quick. I gotta say, they did an excellent job on the manual. This is the first Chinese product that I ever bought that you get this all dedicated to English, easy to read. They worded everything where it's easy to follow and understand. You got good diagrams, illustrations and everything. They did a nice job on it. Here's some of the features if you want to pause and look at those. So definitely did a good job on this. You got a QR code to the front here. If you want to scan that, you could pull up different languages. They really thought about a lot of stuff on that. Warranty. So with their product here, you get up to a 2-year warranty, and that's worded non-human caused problems. Replacement, then you get a worry-free replacement, same thing, 3 months. So we'll swap it out the first 3 months, and then up to 2 years on that. And then you look on the back of this, you'll see 2 QR codes. You could scan these, iOS and Android. There you could download an app, and the app is called SafeRider app. control this unit here from that app. Volume, channels, frequencies. It's a nice thing if you don't want to go up to the unit on your helmet and touch that. If you ride around with your phone on your handlebars and you got GPS open or whatever to hit buttons, or that's a nice thing. So all in all, I gotta say that's good. So options of where you could get these. Right now there's 3 places that I know of, and they all have 3 different prices. We'll start with the highest and go to the best. Ejeas' website, $79. You order it from there to the US, probably going to take a couple weeks, but you can order it from them directly. The second place, Amazon, $72. The third place is from the app Temu. That's right, Temu. It's how I actually first found this unit. $52. It's stocked in a US warehouse. Had it at my house within 5 days. Great deal. So I have no affiliation with Temu or Ejeas. I don't know if I could put a link to Temu. I'll try, but I do have an Amazon associate account, so I'll put a link to my Amazon in the description. If you want to use that link, that'd be great. I appreciate that. If not, like I said, go straight to Temu. That's going to be your best deal. But I do know there's some people who just don't want to use that app, and I totally understand. So there's your options. They'll be in the description, the links on everything. Okay, that's the other mount that comes in the box. And again, this is held on with 2-phase tape. And for anyone who's never used these before, you have the option of running 2-phase tape, or you run this clip. And this will slide between the helmet liner and the shell. You just slide it up in there, and you could take the unit on and off as you like. And once you get it in there, then you could have your unit, just slide it on, lock it down. And I gotta say, I like it. Definitely like the aesthetics of that unit. And the other one I'm going to be doing is this helmet here. I'm going to be putting a set of these, or one of these units into this work helmet that I use. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, before I close this video out, I'm going to show you something else I picked up from the company. Now, I couldn't find this at Temu, but this is a remote control for this unit. I'll do a video on this once I mount this and test it. But this is actually a remote that'll mount on the handlebars, which will be a nice thing. And this is wireless, goes through the Bluetooth. Got some nice index switches here. This is going to be interesting, and definitely nice to be able to just reach over with the thumb and control everything. So keep an eye out for that video if you're interested in this. I figure about a week, 2 the most, I should have something up. If you want to check back, you do so. So I believe I got everything covered here. I do appreciate you stopping by and watching the video. Hope it was informative. Maybe answer some questions or help somebody out. Someone looking for some affordable intercoms. Bottom line is, you just don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to get into the intercom game. I mean, here you go. This is probably the best deal you could get on decent equipment that's out there. At least I was pretty picky about buying, and all I could say was I was amazed when I got this thing, and I really wasn't expecting the quality once I seen that price. But the history of Ejeas, the years they've been doing it, I was like, I gotta try these guys, and that I did. Anyhow, thanks for stopping by the North Woods. Good safe rides to everybody.